Hello there and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Rebecca and I'm a no-dig organic gardener in Central Virginia. Today I'm going to do a little tomato care. Tomatoes are one of my favorite things to grow in the garden, and this year I am growing a lot of them. I may need an intervention. At any rate, to keep my tomatoes healthy, I do a couple of things. My tomatoes went into the ground anywhere between about April 22nd or so and the first week of May, maybe May 10th for some of them. And now they're beginning to set some blossoms, and it's time for me to give them a little toughening up. How do I do that? Well, aspirin. What I do is I take one 375 milligram aspirin, plain, not coated. I dissolve it in a bit of water, and then I'm going to put it into a 1 gallon sprayer. I'm going to spray my plants all over, underneath the leaves, etc. And this is going to prompt the plant to have an automatic systemic immune response. And that immune response is going to tell the plant that the aspirin is going to tell the plant, uh-oh, we're under attack, time to get tough. And it is going to just do that, including making the leaves just a little bit tougher. Why is that good? Well, that's good because that's going to help the leaves fight off fungal diseases and anything else that comes after it. It's not 100% guarantee that you're not going to get any blights or fungal diseases, but it's a nice step to making them just a little bit tougher. You can do this later in the season as well. Now, what else do I do for my tomatoes? I'll continue to update you and show you how I care for my tomato plants. But in another week or so, as we move into the middle of June, I'm going to spray them with hydrogen peroxide, and that's also going to help just toughen them and prevent fungal diseases from coming in. This is also a really good time to inspect your plants and to do a little bit of trimming, which I'm going to do as I spray today. I'll show you. Let's take a look. I always give my sprayer a good shake, and I'm going to start at the bottom and I'm going to work up. I'm spraying underneath the leaves, the stems, the top. It's best not to do this on a super hot day, and it is best to do it when it's not going to rain. Just have it dry. All right, so that's the one. Before each new plant, I always give a shake. Ooh, this is my Japanese trafele. You can spray the soil beneath the plant as well, the stems, the whole 9 yards, underneath the leaves. Give it a good spray. The whole shabeel. All right. Now, while you're down working with your plants and spraying, this is a good time to go ahead and inspect your plants all over and to clip off any leaves that are starting to touch the ground. Ideally, as your plant grows taller, we're now in a really rapid growth period, and I'm going to be coming through and trimming off most of the lower branches, the lower leaves, before the first blossom set. So on this plant right now, I'm not going to trim them all off at this second, but you can see that the ones down in the very, very bottom, a lot of light, they're done. They're basically cooked, and they're not doing this plant any good. Plus, keeping them off the ground is going to help you prevent some of the soil-borne diseases and blights. Not a guarantee, but it just helps. This one, definitely done. This plant is perfectly healthy. It needs to get rid of some of these extraneous leaves. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one off. Cut them. I'm cutting them, not pulling them. I don't want to damage the plant. This one is going to go soon, as will this. This also opens up the plant to have greater airflow, which you definitely want as the summer sets in with all of its heat and humidity. These plants are growing so fast right now. Now notice here that I look down, and at the base of the plant there is another sucker that's coming out, actually of the root area. I'm going to go ahead and cut that one off. I just want this plant to have 1 or 2 leaders going up it to really help it put its energy into producing fruit. These old leaves you can just throw into the compost. One of the hardest things for me is to really set routine care for my tomato plants, particularly as the season goes on and they start like pounding out tons of tomatoes. So this year I'm going to try to be good, and I'm going to try to really put myself on a relatively strict schedule. I'm going to write it on the calendar, I'm going to set my reminders on my phone, and do my best to keep up with whatever I need to do, whether it is some pruning out, whether it is some hydrogen peroxide spray, whether it is baking soda spray for fungus or whatever. That is my goal. We'll see if I can keep up with it. We all have lofty goals at the beginning of the gardening season. So basically, that's how you care for your tomato plants. Get them off to a good, healthy start, and they'll reward you with awesome tomatoes all through the season. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're well. Take care. Bye.